Hello everyone and welcome to a Neurographica follow-on video. Please note that this is not a tutorial. This is for you to get a basic understanding of what Neurographica is, to learn about its basic principles, and if you want, you can follow along and draw with me as I go over a very basic algorithm. So what you need is a sketchbook or loose sheets of paper. As you can see, Neurographica is made out of black lines, shapes, and colors. So you will need black markers, you'll need pencils, or I personally like to use markers. Also, highlighters work really well because they mix in a very nice translucent way. Please note never to use golden or metallized markers. This is a no-no rule in Neurographica. We will be following a very specific style of drawing with very specific steps. So there are lines, intersecting lines, representing basically your neuron connections. And as we're drawing, we're establishing new neuron connections. We're reframing those patterns that we already have in the brain. So this is why this method is not only meditative, it's also very therapeutic, because you can literally establish new neuron connections in your mind. Please draw only rounded shapes. There are 3 shapes in Neurographica: a triangle, a square, and a circle. As a beginner, please only draw rounded shapes. This is like a safety mechanism that we all use in Neurographica when we're just starting. An example of a square or a triangle will be this one. Or here you can see that there is a square, another square, triangle. We're not going to do this when we're just starting. We're only going to focus on the round shapes. And remember to smoothen all the corners, so all the intersections that you create as you draw, you have to smoothen them. Really, this step is crucial, absolutely crucial in Neurographica, to smoothen everything on your page. Make sure to round all of the corners. Okay, let's start. Follow along. Okay, so after you prepared your drawing supplies and your piece of paper, we can start with identifying a theme for today's Neurographica session. You can choose anything, a theme that is bothering you. It can be relationship, finances, health, sleep, work, friendship, anything that you would like to improve. And I'm going to show you a very basic algorithm, which is called releasing limitations. So whatever limitations that you have in that particular theme that is bothering you, we're going to draw in a very specific neural way and reframe our neuron connections. And by the end of the drawing, you might have new insights. They might not come right away, but they can come to you like in a few days or a week later. So my theme that I would like to work with today are art retreats. Art retreats. I'm organizing a few art retreats, and there are many things that I need to, create a schedule, find a location, put it on my website, do the booking schedule. There are so many parts, and I really need to release the limitations that I have around this topic. So to start with Neurographica, we're going to start with 2 minutes and words. So if you've done this before, you know how it works. If you've never done this before, you just take another piece of paper And in 2 minutes, you write all the words that come to your mind associated with your theme. And again, your theme could be anything. Take one theme and close your eyes for a second. Think about this theme. Imagine it. Connect with it. Take a deep breath in and out. And start writing any words that come to your mind right now. Okay, so now look at your words. Find any of them that sound negative. You can kind of circle them. Any repeating words that you might have. No. Okay, so now put this aside. And now we're going to do what is called an explosion. So all of the limitations that you have around the theme that you've chosen to work with, basically, we need to explode all of this on this piece of paper right here. To like a release, not just a mental release, but a physical release. And in this explosion, we're going to work with that and create our whole composition around this explosion. So think about your theme and feel how all of the limitations, they're kind of like tensing your body. And now take all of that and just release. Just like that. And feel how you're feeling lighter. I want just to breathe after this. This was an amazing release. It really took all of the tension that I had with my limitations and just releasing. So now take your time and do the same. Take a few moments, feel your theme, the tension that you have associated with it, and just explode it on the piece of paper. So now we're going to smoothen all the corners, all the intersections that we have here, and create a smooth drawing out of our release. So we're going over all of the intersections. And for some of you who know, that a big rule in Neurographica is to smoothen everything, all the intersections you have. The more lines you have, the better it is. It means that you are addressing so many neuron connections and creating new neuron webs in your subconscious mind, therefore changing your reality. Okay, this is a very therapeutic practice because every line that you see on the page, it's basically your limiting beliefs associated with your theme. So the more lines that you have, the better it is. It means that there are many limitations that work with. Also, during this process, you can feel irritated. You can even feel sad or angry, because basically this release, a good metaphor for it, is like a wild beast. These are the wild parts, untrained parts that are sitting in your subconscious mind. They don't know how to react in a harmonious way in this world. There are the limitations. So now we're going to smoothen all of this to create a harmonic neuron web. Okay. Okay, after we smoothened everything, and what happens sometimes, there are some corners that we miss, but throughout the drawing, throughout the process, we find them and we smoothen everything sharp that we find. So the next step is to continue the lines to the edge of your page. We kind of need to dissolve our explosion in the field, the paper. We can create any lines. Basically, every line that we're drawing is like a solution, is a solution to our limitation. So every line that I'm drawing, I can start thinking, what does this line mean to me? Maybe this line is my retreat in Malta. And maybe this line is my retreat in Costa Rica. Another retreat that I want to do is in Hawaii. So for the ones who know me, I travel around the world to very, very beautiful vacation destinations, and I paint sunsets, I host retreats, I invite people to come and paint with me and create new realities for themselves. It's like traveling and doing art together. It's a very beautiful thing, but it comes with a lot of responsibility, because working with people, there's usually a lot of responsibility. Also, I make my retreats in a very therapeutic way. We connect with nature. We really connect with nature. We go to the beach, but not only that, not only the beach and hikes, but we really connect with nature. You know, we can go in the nature and hug trees. We can talk to the ocean. We look at sand and see the whole creation of the universe in every sand particle. This is just a very tiny part that we do in my retreats, plus painting and drawing. But every retreat has its own challenge because there are different people who come with different backgrounds, not just backgrounds, with different perception of the world. And my task is to kind of calibrate with them and see which part of them need harmonizing. What kind of value I can bring into their lives with my art meditations, with Neurographica. What problems can I help them solve just by being in a very relaxed space where they can just fully relax, enjoy the beautiful environment, enjoy the art practices. But not everyone is ready for that. And I need to be prepared for that as well. Because sometimes people are just not ready for healing or therapy work. And they have a lot of resistance. Actually, everyone who goes to therapy knows that we have a lot of resistance in the beginning. And the more we dive into any type of therapy, there's more interest because our ego is dying slowly. And when we start connecting to ourselves, to our true self, we start evolving, we start transforming. It's a very, very beautiful practice. Okay, so every line that you draw, think about your limitations with your theme. Okay, so as I said, this algorithm could take a few hours to do, but because this video is just a demonstration, I'm doing like a speed up version just to show you an idea behind this algorithm of removing limitations. So we are almost ready for the next step, but if I was to do this longer, I would draw more lines. I would go over all the corners, all the intersections, and smoothen all of them and take really sweet time with this process of smoothing. I will do that later because I will go over all the corners again after the video and smoothen everything. Okay. So now we're going to add some shapes. As I told you, as a beginner, we're adding only round shapes. The shapes represent our solutions. So I feel like I'm going to draw a circle here. And I feel like another one here. All of this is very intuitive. And again, right away, you are curving the lines. Okay, rounding everything. This one as well. All the corners need to be rounded. This is also very inspiring practice. You can get a lot of energy with this. Also something very important that we're not really focusing on doing, but in Neurographica, you really need to connect with your body, with your breathing, and notice how is your body feeling. Notice all the sounds that are around you. Smells, feelings. If you're going outside, notice the wind, the air. So very important to connect with your body, to feel your body. And on a different piece of paper like this one with the words, write down how you're feeling throughout the process. When do you want to breathe in and out? Maybe close your eyes and see what kind of images come to you. Okay, so at this point, we're ready to add the color, but my phone battery is really low, so I would need to stop this video, charge my phone, take a little break, and record a different video when I'm adding the next step, adding color to this painting, to this neurographical drawing. Okay, so I'm going to charge my phone. This is my time to round all the corners, and I invite you to do the same. Take your marker and go over all the corners and round everything. And continue watching in the next video.